Good morning. This is the Board of Appeals, Town of Hempstead, October 18th, 9:30 a.m. meeting. Will everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic. Mr. Chairman, do you have any opening remarks?
Is there anyone in the audience who has not been here before? Could you? Oh, okay, so now I'll have to give my speech. All right. Do you want to call the first case?
Mr. Chairman, I don't have any calls for adjournment. Is there anybody in the audience that has any adjournments?
Let's go to renewals.
Okay. We'll start with case 60523, Franklin Square, Volum Family LLC. Renewal of grant to maintain one double-face illuminated ground sign, overall size 151.2 square feet, overall height 28 feet, setback 5 feet from the property line, also known as 460 Franklin Avenue, Stop and Shop.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please state your name and address for the record.
My name is J.R. DeCiccio. I'm with the law firm of Greenberg Chorig, 900 Stewart Avenue, Garden City, New York.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. I'm here before you this morning seeking a renewal of a previously approved sign permit for the Stop and Shop located at 460 Franklin Avenue in Franklin Square. The sign measures 10 feet by 7. It's 28 feet to the top, double-faced and illuminated. It's in working order and good repair. It bears the Stop and Shop logo on it. It's also set back 5 feet from Franklin Avenue and serves as the main identification of the Stop and Shop to the traveling public on Franklin Avenue.
Well,
Yeah, the last renewal was in 2018, so we would just respectfully request that an additional renewal be granted.
for the record, the building department went to inspect the premises on August 3rd, 2023, and they found that all previously imposed conditions have been complied with. Do you have anything else?
That's it.
Okay. I should recuse myself because my wife shops there.
I don't think it's necessary.
Okay, have
Mr.
a-
Chairman, I move that the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mr., I think it's DiCioccio?
DeCiccio.
Oh, you say it, you don't say the Italian way. Okay,
No, I say it.
DeCiccio.
It's been Americanized.
Okay. You'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's read.
Thank you.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Next up is case 60623, East Meadow, Karen Sauer Bavone and Richard M. Bavone. Renewal of grant to maintain one detached double-face illuminated ground sign, clearance 5 feet 3 inches from grade to bottom of sign, setback 4 feet 9 inches from property line, also known as 308 East Meadow Avenue.
Good morning, Chairman, members of the board. Richard M. Pavone, 308 East Meadow Avenue, East Meadow. The owner of the property in question, and signs exactly the same as it was approved.
Okay, for the record, the building department inspected the property and the sign on August 14th, 2023, found that there were no changes and all previously imposed conditions have been complied with. Do you have anything else you'd like to add, Mr. Bavone?
No, I do not.
Can we have a motion to deny this case?
Move the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mr. Pavone, you'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's ready.
Thank you very much.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions?
Have a great day.
You too.
Next, we have cases 60723 through 60823, Oceanside, Monty S. Leeper. Renewal of grants, maintain professional detached, double-faced ground sign setback 9.5 feet from Foxhurst
We're gonna
Road.
be out of here by 10
Maintain
o'clock.
professional office and dwelling,
I know.
I'm sorry, setback 9.5 inches from Foxhurst Road.
Okay.
Maintain professional office and dwelling greater than 500 square feet, also known as 414 Foxhurst Road.
Monty Leeper, architect, located at 414 Foxhurst Road in Oceanside. This is my office sign, and it's located at Section 54, Block 504, Lot 1. The sign remains in the same condition, in very good condition, sitting in a landscape bed, and the landscape bed is illuminated, which also illuminates the sign.
That's your case, Mr. Leeper?
That's my case.
For the record, the building department inspected the premises on July 19th, 2023, found that all previously imposed conditions have been imposed by this board have been complied with. Do I have a motion?
Move the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on decision calendar. Mr. Leeper, you'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's ready.
Second?
Thank you. Have a good day.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions?
Next, we have case 60923, West Hempstead, Max Returns LLC, William Alvaro. Renewal of grant for use variance to maintain two-family dwelling, also known as 618 Jennings Avenue.
Is there anyone here on this case? We'll put it on second call. There's nobody
Next,
here.
we have case 61023, East Meadow, Ronald Trozo and Donald L. Trozo. Mother-daughter residence, second kitchen, also known as 2152 Nottingham Road.
Where are all the people on all these cases? Where the hell is everybody? Gonna have a big second call.
My name is Ryan Griffin. My address is 245 Route 109.
Could you speak a
Sorry.
little louder, please?
Ryan Griffin, 245 Route 109, Suite D, Ensign, West Babylon.
I know.
Good morning. My name is Donald Trozo, 2152 Nottingham Road, East Meadow, New York.
What do you got?
They are currently working.
Yes, it should be in there.
No problem.
Yeah. Mother. Three. There's only three people. Only three people who are supposed to be living there. Pardon? It's East Meadow.
You show a shed that was issued a permit in 2017, and I believe the reference is to be moved to comply with 2-foot rear setback.
Yeah.
Is it moved?
yet?
It has not been moved.
It's 6 years since you got the permit.
Oh, as far as the structure is concerned, it should be correct. I know that much.
We put it to be removed once we put this application in. It only got called out to be in the proper setbacks during this application. So to appeal the zoning board, we said it was going to be moved in the proper setbacks when we showed the current survey.
So what happened in 2007? Mr. Trezor, did you own the property then?
Yes.
So you got your permit, you just didn't comply with it?
I apologize, but I did not know there was a concern with it.
There is.
With what?
The shed. Shed was supposed to have been moved.
So let me just ask you a few questions about the plans. I noticed that there's currently a basement with a large open area, a full bath, a large room for a laundry room right now. Stairs go upstairs. Interior, there's an egress window, one or more. One is marked, but there look like there are others. Is there an exterior entrance right now to the basement?
No, just interior,
Okay, that's
Just
the
a-
one over on the side over there.
yeah.
Like, comes down from, and comes down by the laundry room.
Correct.
Okay, and this other large area, it says finished cellar REC. I assume that means rec room?
Yeah, just to be a rec space.
Pardon me?
Just a rec space, recreational space, finished.
Okay, now it says filed to be separately. What does that mean?
Hempstead, you guys asked to be everything filed separately, so the maintain, it was already existing, so we had to file it separately as a building application. So I'd
Wait,
file for the finished basement separately.
Okay, so have you filed for the finished basement?
Yes, I believe so.
And
I believe
what
so.
part of what's there needs to be legalized?
We're proposing a second floor to be part of the actual mother-daughter, so
No, I mean, what part of the basement
it-
needs to be legalized?
it'd be the whole thing. It's a finished basement with a 3-piece bath.
Okay. And you have filed a separate application to legalize that?
Yeah,
Okay. Now, there are 3 bedrooms, dining room, and the kitchen on what's considered the first floor. It says kitchen, that's the existing kitchen, right?
correct.
Okay, and 3 bedrooms, and that has the entrance in that area, it says stoop, it looks like the rear of the house?
There's 2 entrances, right? There's the front entrance and then
Right.
this.
Right,
And there's a secondary entrance
Yeah.
outside, that side room, right?
right, which is, one of them supposed to be closed off, yes.
Okay, and so if I were to go to the front entrance, I can go, there's no entrance to the garage, right, except for over on through the kitchen?
Correct.
Okay. And then there are 2 more proposed bathrooms upstairs, or
Correct.
2 more proposed and the
Uh,
4th bathroom, a new 4th bath and a new 3rd bath?
Excuse me, there's supposed to be 2 bedrooms upstairs and 2 bathrooms, one in the bedroom and one outside of the bedroom.
And the new kitchen?
Uh,
Right,
yes.
but those are labeled bath number 3 and bath number 4.
Okay,
Yeah,
Right, and that's where the new kitchen is proposed.
yeah.
Is that new kitchen in yet?
No, none of the construction is complete.
So there's a total of 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, plus the entire area downstairs, if this is all approved.
Correct.
Is that, am I counting right? Let's see. Okay, because for 3 people, that just seems like a lot of enlargement. That's what, brought it to my attention.
Okay.
Do we have, is the application to legalize the finished basement, is that a right along with this, do you know? That's not part of what we're considering here.
Yeah, no, it's a ride-along. I have the application number.
So I noticed this supplemental form that someone filled out, one of the owners, DJ maybe. It looks like the initials are DJ. And the question on number 7 is there a bathroom or cooking facility in the basement? The answer is yes, there's a bathroom, 3-piece parenthetically. Yes, there's a bar area. Period, will be removed upon granting of second floor additions. Who filled that out? Was it one of you?
Yeah.
So because of the way it's written, it's not clear to me if the bar and the bathroom are to be removed upon the granting the second floor addition, or,
The bathroom was to stay and the bar area was to be removed.
okay, is the bar, has it been removed?
Nothing has been removed yet or touched. We're still going through the process of all this, so nothing has been touched as of now.
Okay, because it's not showing on my plans the bar area in the basement. Where is the bar area in the basement? Like just relative, say, to the bathroom?
Would be to the left side of the bathroom?
Correct.
Yeah.
And when you say bar area, what's included in that?
It was countertops and a sink.
Okay, so no stove or refrigerator,
No,
but is there 220 power down there probably?
I don't know.
Was there ever a
Was there ever a
refrigerator down
stove or
there?
anything?
There's never a stove, no?
Was there ever a refrigerator or a stove or cooking top down there?
No.
Pardon me?
No.
Okay. So what you intended with this is, yes, the bar area would be removed if we grant the second floor addition, but this wasn't intended to say that the bathroom would be removed.
No,
Correct.
we wish to keep the bathroom, right? Downstairs? Yeah, if we
Yes.
can.
Okay. One quick kind of housekeeping matter. Whenever someone applies for an immediate family or mother-daughter residence, the Board of Architectural Review reviews it to determine whether or not it's suitable to be used as a mother-daughter immediate family residence, and whether or not it's suitable for restoration to a single-family residence upon the cessation of the proposed use. And they may or may not make recommendations as to changes that should be suggested or considered in order to make it more suitable for the use and then the cessation, for the return to the single family. In this case, the Board of Architectural Review has determined that the dwelling is suitable and restorable to one family and mother-daughter use, with the provision that there be no illegal occupancy in the basement. So I just wanted to put that on the record.
Okay, I understand.
Have you told your client about the conditions for mother-daughter, that it's not transferable?
Yes, 100%. And we made separate plans to show that the kitchen will have to be removed upon if you ever intend to sell the house.
And
I agree.
Yes.
you're familiar with all those conditions?
Yes,
I agree.
Correct? All right, do I have any other questions?
How many people are living in the house?
3.
3.
3. And where will they be living?
On the first floor.
They'll be living, 2 of them will be living on the ground floor.
So your mother and a brother?
My stepdad.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And,
My brother lives out of town, out of state, I should say.
Wait, say that again?
My brother lives out of state. He does not currently reside in
And
New
you're
York
going to
State.
be living upstairs.
And I'll be living upstairs, correct.
okay, thank you.
If not, do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I would move that the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar, You will both be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's read. Thank you,
so
and have a
much.
nice day.
Second.
Thank you.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? We're going to go out of order now because, as I
Joanne.
understand it,
Thank you, board. Thank you.
someone is here on case 609. That's a renewal.
Next, we have case 60923, West Hempstead, Max Returns LLC, William Alvaro. Renewal of grant for use variance to maintain two-family dwelling, also known as 618 Jennings Avenue.
Frank Castellano. Frank Castellano. That's Frank.
Hi, Frank Castellano for I'm the deponent for William Alvaro.
Your address,
618
please?
Excuse me?
Your address.
Oh,
Your
618
address.
618 Jennings. Oh, my personal address? You're speaking of my address?
Yes.
Okay, 319 Bay Ave,
Where?
Patchogue, New York.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So this is a renewal of a grant for use variance to maintain a two-family dwelling. Building Department inspected the premises on June 14th, 2023, and found that all conditions previously imposed by this board have been complied with. Do you have anything else you'd like to add, sir?
No,
Do I have a motion? Any other questions? Any questions from the board?
Give us 1 second, please.
Hold on. It's a B zone.
Residence B zone, thank you.
yes, residential.
Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
You could have volunteered.
Sorry about that.
Little good sense of humor is always good.
No, I have no further questions.
Okay,
Any
Mr.
other
Chairman.
questions?
I would then, Mr. Chairman, move that the hearing be closed and matter be placed on the decision calendar. You'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's read.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice day.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? Okay.
Do I need to wait for any paperwork?
No.
Okay.
Next, we have case 61123, North Belmore, Clara McDonald. Variance, front yard setback abutting Southern State Parkway, maintain pool equipment not permitted in the side yard, also known as 2078 Hancock Avenue.
I do. Tina Pengallo, 549 Hempstead Turnpike, West Hempstead, New York, 11552. Good morning, Chairman and members of the board. I'm representing Carrie Cook, the previous owner of 2078 Hancock Avenue, Belmore, and the new owner, Clara McDonald. The property is located on the south side of Hancock Avenue, 1,183.92 feet east of Belmore Avenue in Residence B. We're requesting a variance to maintain an in-ground pool abutting Southern State Parkway, which is considered a front yard. The front yard setback required is 25 feet, and the setback provided is 20.4 feet. We're also requesting a variance to maintain the pool equipment in the side yard where it is required to be in the rear yard. The side yard setback provided is 6 feet. The pool was installed approximately 3 years ago, and the house has sold since, and $20,000 is being held in escrow to obtain the variance and close the open permits for the hot tub, roof over, and shed. And we're respectfully asking the board to grant this variance.
Any questions from the board? I'll give you
Move that
time.
the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Ms. Pangallo, you'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's ready.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed and abstentions?
Next, we have cases 6/12/23 through 6/13/23, Oceanside. Mark Mandel, variances, lot area occupied, side yard, rear yard, maintained wood deck attached to pool, special exception to maintain accessory structure shed not permitted in the side yard with less than required side yard setback, also known as 3635 Laurie Drive. State your name and address for the record.
Lisa Koshio with Permit to Russ, 338 Jericho Turnpike, number 396, Syosset, New York, 11791. Good morning, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. I'm here representing Mr. Mandel, who wishes to maintain a wood deck attached to the pool and a shed. The deck attached to the pool has a side yard of .25 feet, where the required is 5 feet, and a rear yard setback of 6.34 feet, where the required is 25 feet.
Excuse me, who did you say you're representing?
Mr. Mandel?
Oh, Mr. Mandel,
sorry.
okay.
Okay, would you
Okay.
mind telling me the side yard again, Ms. Cuccia? I didn't-
Sure. The side yard setback is .25 feet, where the required is 5 feet, and a rear yard setback of 6.34 feet, where the required is 25 feet. The
How long
lot
has it
cover.
been there? I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
How long has the deck been there?
Roughly 20 to 25 years.
Any complaints from the neighbors?
No.
How did your client know that he had to legalize it?
I believe it was a code violation. Somebody came and,
Okay, so maybe someone did complain. Okay, keep going.
the lot coverage is 37.63%, where the required is 27.5%. The deck has been there for 20 to 25 years. The shed is in the side yard, which is used for storage. Because of the irregularly shaped shape of the lot, it's really the only place that they could put this shed. Mr. Mandel respectfully requests your approval.
How high off the grade is the deck? The floor of the deck?
It goes up to, the property has like a slight slope to it, so there's a part of the deck that is level to the ground, and it goes up to 36 inches.
Well, that's more than a slight slope. There's actually a portion of the deck that's almost on grade.
And then there are steps,
And there are places where it's
and then it goes up to 36 inches.
on the back side.
Correct.
And how far off grade is it on the side, on the north side, the side where the side yard goes from? If you know.
No, I just know that the part of the deck that's on the ground, because there's a section that's after you come out of the house, that section is 36 inches above the ground, and then you come down steps, and when you go down, you're down to a deck on the ground, which is 8 inches above grade, if that makes sense.
The hot tub, there's a permit for the hot tub? Or is it a permit or an application?
Well, we have quite a few applications that are filed, and we do have permits. We're just waiting to close them out, but that, I believe, has the permit. Let me double check.
Yeah, building permit 23-423.
Yes, it has a permit, the
It
hot
does.
tub. It is 23-423.
Okay. I have no further questions, Chairman.
Any other questions from the board?
Move that the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Ms. Cuccia, you'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's rendered. Thank you. Have a nice day.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any Opposed, any abstentions? Next case.
Next, we have cases 6/14/23 through 6/16/23, Lido Beach, Henry Cutler. Variances, lot area occupied, front yard average setback, side yards aggregate, construct addition to garage attached dwelling. Variances, lot area occupied, side yards aggregate, maintain outdoor shower and outdoor kitchen, both attached to dwelling. Variances, lot area occupied, side yards aggregate, construct addition shed attached to dwelling, demo existing shed, also known as 14 Carousel Lane.
Joseph Gallinaro, 185 Lagoon Drive East, Lido Beach, New York, 11561, representing Mr. and Mrs. Cutler, residing at 14 Carousel Lane. Good morning, Chairman, members of the board.
Morning.
My client is interested in constructing a 17 by 8 shed on the north side of the property. This shed is going to replace an existing shed, and it is located in between a proposed to be maintained AC unit and platform, as well as a application to maintain a outdoor shower. Those are the three items on the north side of the property. On the east side of the property, there's a proposal to maintain an existing bar area, which is about 10 foot by 6 foot, an L-shaped bar area in the rear yard with a barbecue and a sink. And on the west side of the property, there is an existing garage, attached garage, that the client is interested in extending forward of the house just less than 2 feet.
The existing shed is going to be demolished. They're going to put in a new, larger shed. What are you looking at?
Okay.
You realize there are shouldn't be
Yes, I think we went through a bunch of permits with the building department prior, and we have right now one application for a hot tub. That's just an application, it's not a maintain, that recently was filed.
What about the repairs for the storm damage?
The
That's going to
sandy
be closed out?
Sandy repair will be closed out if it's not
Okay.
already. The building department is pretty thorough about making sure that gets closed out prior to issuing anything new anyway.
Any questions? Joseph? Mr. Pellegrini? Joanne? See, they have Google Earth, but we don't.
Yep.
Okay. That's- Can I have a motion?
I move that the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mr. Bellinger will be notified by mail of court's decision once it's rendered.
Second.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed and abstentions?
Next, we have case 61723, North Belmore, Philip DeAndrea. Variance, height, construct detached two-car garage with storage above and roof over patio, also known as 925 Oakland Court. Let the record reflect, I already have you sworn in from earlier. Just your name and address for the record.
Sure. Lisa Koshia with Permit to Us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, number 396, Syosset, New York, 11791. Good morning again, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. I'm here representing Mr. DeAndrea, who is proposing a detached garage with a roof-over patio. This property is located in a Residence B zone. The proposed garage with roof-over patio has a height at the midpoint to the ridge of 15.33 feet, where the allowed is 12 feet. Mr. DeAndrea and his wife share a collectible car hobby. The proposed garage will be used to store my client's collectible cars so that they are out of the elements, to limit the possibility of damage and from being stolen, as they have a large monetary value. Their insurance mandates that the vehicles be stored in a locked garage when not in use. We have spoken to the neighbors, and no one has any objection to the proposed garage. I also have 5 consent letters from several neighbors, including the neighbor directly next door. If I could submit it, please. Thank you. Mr. DeAndrea respectfully requests your approval.
Have you been to the property?
This property, no, I have not.
On Google,
Yeah.
it shows an above-ground pool and a shed. Have they been removed, or will they be removed?
I'm not 100% sure. I have the owner here today. He's just outside making a phone call. I can bring him in if you want to
Yes,
ask him.
I'd like
Is
to
that
know.
okay? One second. So the pool and the shed have both been eliminated, but if you want Mr. DeAndrea to testify and say that on record, that's fine too.
We do.
Philip DeAndrea, 925 Oakland Court in North Belmont.
Yes, my question is whether the pool and the shed have been removed.
Yes.
She said it.
Okay, thank you.
I have a 67 Mustang Fastback,
Wow.
an 86 Buick Regal that was my grandfather's, and a 2003 Mustang Cobra.
Nice.
Thank you.
The
Were
67.
you alive when the 67 Mustang Fastback
I was not.
I was. We all were.
Was that a
All right, I wasn't.
Steve McQueen car? 67. Is that a Steve McQueen car?
No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Maserati, wasn't it?
No.
The one where he had the big
Steve McQueen,
sedan.
he had a Mustang Fastback,
Oh, did he?
right?
Steve McQueen have a Mustang? Well, you wouldn't know that.
Well, in one of the movies he did.
He had a
Oh,
68.
I was thinking of that.
68.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't even think of affording that car when it was new. All right. Any other questions from the board besides the
hearing closed,
number
Madam.
and type of automobiles?
Will the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on decision calendar? Ms. Kachia, you and your client, if you signed in, will both receive a copy of the board's decision by mail once it's ready. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thanks, have a great day.
All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Two-and-a-half-story addition.
Next, we have case 6/18/23 near Valley Stream.
Terrace.
Elliot Baum and Malika Hadassah Baum. Variances, lot area occupied, front yard, average setback, construct 2.5-story additions, terrace, deck, and covered porch, all attached dwelling. Rehearing of case number 16-23, also known as 917 Cliffside Avenue.
2.5. He characterizes it as 2.5. Somebody got the message, finally.
Good morning. My name is Shmuel Flaum, residing at 194 Wanzer Avenue, Inwood, New York,
It's still
11096.
Rose, I get it.
Good morning, Chairman and members of the board. I'm here on behalf of this application seeking a rehearing for proposed variances related to the alteration addition at this single-family dwelling.
But
We-
you start off by making the record of why there's a rehearing and what changed.
Okay, so the original application was denied because there was a third-story variance that was requested. We have removed the third-story variance request, but we're still seeking 2 of the other variances that were previously sought on the original hearing.
Did you, wait, I see here that you removed the third-story request, but what changed in the structure?
Yeah.
Did we just call it something different?
No,
Or did,
the-
tell us what on the structure actually changed
So-
from the structure we considered it?
So instead of building the house up, it was excavated down, so we wouldn't be triggering the third-story requirement as per the definition of what is a third story. And we redesigned the house to make it that the clients will still be happy with what they get, even though they weren't granted the third story.
So that entire level that before triggered a third-story request, that was removed?
It was, not that it was removed, it
They
was
excavated.
redesigned, but previously we were building the house in one way, and now we went back and redesigned it, so there's no longer a third story as per the definition of the building department.
Right, but I know the definition we seem to have changed, but in terms of the prior request, there were 3 levels considered living space, I take it.
So now there's 2 levels of living space, and then there's the basement.
Okay, and but is that because you removed a level?
No, there was no level removed. Again, we probably should have come initially as the 2-story, but the way it was originally designed triggered the 3-story variance.
Did you have a basement in the first request?
Yes.
So how do we have, still have a basement, have 2 levels, and we didn't take off a level, but it used to be called 3 levels in a basement?
Because I don't know if you want me to go through the legal jargon of what is a story.
I actually want to know what changed in the physical built.
So, again, the basement level, instead of being fully above grade, is now submerged into the ground, like a basement would be.
Okay, so let me do it easy. I think I'm starting to understand. There used to be a basement, there used to be something called a basement that was not entirely below grade.
Correct.
Okay. That same basement, you are lowering it more, so it won't be called a story.
Correct.
How much of that basement is actually going to be above grade? Just like a foot or something?
No, I'll tell you 1 second.
I just want to hear about this physical.
4 foot 11.
4'11" above grade.
Yeah.
So that no longer is a story, and it used to be a story. 'cause it's
Correct,
higher.
correct,
So we have that level. Then we have 2 more levels.
correct.
Okay, and what makes the half then? We also have a,
No, I
attic
just, I think
space?
that's what they call it, so I guess it's just a 2-story. Maybe it's not a half.
because it was a request for a half, 2.5, but okay. So there are 2 levels above the submerged, partially submerged basement.
Correct.
Okay.
What's the height of the partially submerged basement, the ceiling, floor to ceiling height?
It is 7.
Given that,
7.
That may be the half. Joe? That may be the half.
Do you want me to go through the variance requests that are still existing or not yet?
in a second. On the plans, where's the,
What are you looking for? I'll just tell you which sheet it's on.
hold on. The level that's called, people use the words differently on the plans sometimes.
That's fine.
So I just want to confirm, what's called the first floor plan on your plans,
That is the actual first floor. No,
that's the fully above grade.
correct.
And the second floor level.
There's the second floor that's fully above grade.
Okay, so, let's see oh, cellar floor plan is the partially submerged.
Correct.
Level.
Good.
Okay, now you could go through the,
No problem. So
request.
the requests for variances are the following. Building area, we're allowed 27.5% or 1,966.25 square feet.
Wait, what did you propose? I know 27 half is allowed, but what do you propose percentage?
He didn't get it yet. He didn't get
The-
to it yet.
Sorry?
What is,
Can you give us the percentage of lot area occupied?
Yes, I just stated
It's not
existing. The proposed is going to be, without the deck, is 30.95%, and the deck would be an additional 4.87. So the total lot coverage would be 35.84%.
How far above grade is the deck?
It's at the level of the first floor, because the first floor is elevated, so it walks out at the first floor level.
So it doesn't get the advantage of
It is, I'll tell you exactly, you walk out from the breakfast area to the wood deck.
All right, that's fine, keep going.
It's the same height as the first floor,
yeah,
so
whatever
the
that
first
is.
floor would be
4 feet or 3 feet.
about,
Mr. Regano?
Wait, that's the current house.
Yes. Well, he's gonna push the back out and make it 2.5 story.
Wait. He's lowering.
But he's gonna build.
Wait, so we're looking at the Google map, the Google Earth. We're looking at the map of the,
the current residence.
yeah, and now I'm a little confused, because you said you're gonna submerge the lower floor.
Yes.
Of the entire house?
Yes.
Okay, so what are you gonna do, pick it up and,
No, we're going to break the slab, underpin the footing, and drop it. You break the slab at the basement level.
is the whole house, if I see this house and took a picture right now, when you're done with the construction, the whole house is gonna have dropped?
It doesn't physically drop. Structurally, what we do is we cut the slab where the lowest level is. We pour a new slab at a lower elevation because you just excavate the lower level and you underpin the footing around. This way, you get a lower level and then you build up.
On your prior proposal, was the house gonna go higher than it is right now?
The house is not going any higher. We designed it so that the lowest level is no longer a third story and is considered a basement. Our max allowable is 30 feet. It was never going higher than that. We were always complying with the height requirement.
Yeah, I understand. Oh, crap, just went away.
What was it before then?
What was
Your first proposal?
You
You
says
were-
it would look the same from the outside up, that's what I don't get.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yes, I get it.
If the
No, he's
house
just
as it
gonna-
The
stands,
I'll tell you, okay, so what you're not understanding which, because I didn't explain it, is the roof line changed. It got bigger because the house dropped, so the roof line, or the accentuation of the roof is larger.
No, what I think, I can speak only for myself. So the structure as it is now came before us before as a 3-story.
Right.
To fix that problem, you're just digging out the basement.
Two things. They have to dig down the basement, and then they're going to cut off whatever they need to of the existing foundation and frame the new house on top of that. So this way, you're adjusting accordingly for the height.
When you say frame the new house, but if I understand correctly, that house is staying.
The foundation is staying.
Oh, the rest of these framing
I don't know if they
go-
can salvage it. Once you start making these changes, it might get destroyed.
Okay, so let's say you cannot salvage it.
So they're going to keep the footing and foundation,
Right, dig down, make the
dig down,
basement level.
do the extension of the new footing foundation, and then frame on
Two
top
more
of it.
levels.
Correct.
They're gonna demo the house.
To the extent that they need to.
Well, you're the architect, what do you
Right.
think?
But is the height going to end up being the same as it is now?
The height of the house will be the same as it is currently presently?
Correct.
No, it'll be taller, obviously.
It'll be what?
It'll be a little bit taller. The current height.
Taller.
What?
If you take this 2 levels of house and you sink a level down, I don't, that's where I'm
Hold on. The existing house currently, right, as it is
Has 3 levels.
20 feet 5 inches.
Wait, and it's 3 levels, right, above grade?
Now, it's not 3 levels above grade. The
It's
existing
2.
house is 2 stories
Okay, it's 2 stories and it has a ridge of 2.
at 20 feet 5 inches, meaning the highest point of the house is 20
I
feet
understand.
5.
Okay, so.
The new house is going to be at 30 feet.
Okay,
And,
because you're going to put 5 feet below, 4 feet below grade and 4 feet above
right,
grade.
exactly.
Okay,
Is that making sense now?
Yeah.
Okay, apologize. So one of the variants is for lot coverage with regard to the building area, and then the other one for accessory decking, which is over the allowable 2.5% at 4.89%. And then the variance for the front yard, where you're required to have an average front yard of 25 foot 5 3/4. We're proposing a front yard of 20 feet 5.5 inches. And if you take a look at the site plan, that is to the covered porch.
it's okay.
Meaning the rest of the house is further back, just the covered front porch where you're walking up to the stairs and have a covering as a 20 feet 5.5 inches.
Push the
So the total number of variances being sought are 2, lot coverage and front yard setback.
push it out. Come on.
Are you still having the garage inside?
No, there's no longer going to be a garage.
Does it show garage?
No garage.
Okay.
On your plan, you have proposed 1/2 story over existing 2-story with deck. So really, you're not keeping that existing house.
Right.
So, again, it's nomenclature. If they can't keep it and they're going to take it down, that'll be reframed. But essentially, originally it was a 1/2 story added to the 2-story. So maybe it should have been proposed 1 story over 1.5 story. The nomenclature just should have been different.
But this house right now is a 2-story house.
It currently exists as a 2-story house, and the configuration we're going to make is to keep it as a 2-story, but create the lower level that it complies with the basement regulations and still ends up being a 2-story.
Okay, why do you need the 1/2 story then?
So it's not really, like you just pointed out, it's not really a 1/2 story because there's no attic level, right? If the language of a 1/2 story is an attic, there'd be like an attic where you'd have, let's say, storage or mechanical equipment. It doesn't exist in this actual house.
So there's going to be absolutely nothing in that 1/2 story?
Correct.
There's not going to be any access to that 1/2 story
There
from
isn't,
inside?
no.
Is that you're gonna demo and rebuild a house?
Again, to the extent that they need to, no one's looking to spend more money than they have to, but it's possible that if the framing is not salvageable, they will end up reframing it.
It probably won't be, you're right.
What's your professional opinion?
So I don't know, because
Yeah.
it's hard for me to tell you until they take down and start demolishing. It's like the hardest part of my job. It's always clients want to know what the price of something is. And I'm like, I can't tell you the price until we draw it up, but the contractor, they don't want to design something until they have a price. Same thing here, until I open it up and see what the conditions are, because unfortunately, the records don't always show what was built. Sometimes plans say one thing, and it's not what it is. And so it makes my job even harder. I have that all the time on these
Damn
alterations.
architects, right?
What?
Damn
It's
architects.
the builder.
No, it's the fact that the contractors and architects do not talk to each other. It's very
That's-
frustrating.
That is a problem.
It is very frustrating.
So, excuse me, so right now you have what is in the house right now? How many bedrooms?
The current house has, I'll tell you, currently has 1, 2, 3, 5 bedrooms total
Currently?
on the current house.
And how many bathrooms?
On the current house, they have 1, 2, 3.
So 3 bathrooms, 5 bedrooms?
Correct.
On the new proposed house, how many bedrooms?
Give me 1 second. 6 bedrooms.
And how
Oh,
many?
sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought the laundry room is not a bedroom. 5 bedrooms on the upper floor and a possible office/guest bedroom on the first floor. So 5 bedrooms on the second floor living level.
And how many bathrooms?
1, 2, 3, 3 bathrooms on the second floor, and then 1 half bathroom on the first floor.
So now you have 3,
And 1, yeah, sorry?
and the house that's there now, you have 3 bathrooms. And on the new house, you're going to have 3.5?
No, there's also an extra bathroom in the basement.
Is that bathroom in the basement right now?
No, it would be destroyed and redone.
Okay.
They have to destroy everything that's there to do the work they're looking to do.
So on the first floor, there's a half a bath only?
I see a 2-piece powder room in my drawings, and that's all they wanted there.
And 3 baths on the second floor?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Joe? Joe, any questions? Mr. Chairman, I would move that hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. You will be notified by mail of the board's decision once it is rendered.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed and abstentions?
Next, we have cases 6/19/23 through 6/20/23, Woodmere, Ricky Hermes and Justine Hermes. A variance, lot area occupied, construct addition, second-story addition, and two-story additions attached dwelling. Special exception to maintain accessory structure, shed higher and larger than permitted, not permitted in side yard, and with lot area occupied variance, also known as 120 Park Street.
Hi, good morning, Chairman, members of the board. My name is Shmuel Flaum, residing at 194 Wanzer Avenue, Inwood, New York, 11096. I'm the architect applicant on behalf of the owner.
Justin Hermes, 120 Park Street, Woodmere, New York, 11598.
Should I begin?
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, good morning, everyone. We're here seeking variance today relating to an alteration addition to an existing single-family dwelling in Woodmere. due to the needs of the family and their growth, they have a need to enlarge the house. Unfortunately, they can't achieve what they need without seeking variances, and we are seeking several variances related to the house. The primary one that we're seeking is building area, where you're permitted in a Residence A district 25% or 1,875 square feet. The existing is 2,044, and we're proposing 2,393.8, which is approximately 31.9% of the lot area. There is a secondary variance under this application for an existing wood shed that's on the side yard, so we're seeking that to be maintained under a separate application.
Mr. Flom, wait, that's not under separate, that's before us, unless it's a different one.
It's before you, but it's under separate job number.
Okay, but one thing I notice, you need larger and higher on that. I don't believe it's possible to need larger without needing horizontal maximum on at least one side, and it's not on my calendar, but I think sufficient notice was added. Is one side of the shed greater than 12 feet, right? Has to be.
Yes.
To need larger. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm going to just make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we amend the caption to include horizontal maximum so we can
Yeah,
take that back.
the length of the shed is 14'3", and the width is 7'10".
Yeah, so you need horizontal also.
You don't have that on your plot plan.
It is. The wood shed is on the right side of the house.
There's no dimension on it.
Right.
No, it's on the drawing below. If you take a look, the building coverage diagram, open up the full sheet.
Usually put them, in the future, when you put them on it, because we
Okay.
do,
Just a lot of dimensions and stuff on that entire,
I know, but those are pretty relevant to
I
this
know.
inquiry.
But we usually do the building coverage diagram with the dimensions, so you have it very clear. Do you see what I'm talking about?
You know, but we like to do both. Do you mean the grid?
I mean the building coverage diagram on the bottom left over here. It breaks down the house into areas. On the bottom left corner,
What page, Z1?
Z1 100 on the bottom left
Wait, I don't, where's mine? Where's mine?
You have the drawing set?
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna get it out.
That's right over here.
Oh, it's right here where it's not. Yeah. Like, you could have left off other ones without leaving. This is one of the ones you shouldn't have left off, just for the future. Okay, so it's 14'3". Anyway, so we'll amend that caption. 14.
So the shed that's being maintained is 14'3" by 7'10",
7 foot?
for
Okay.
a total area of,
Go ahead.
yeah, sorry. Hold on.
Look on that lower corner, it probably has that number down.
Yeah. 14 multiplied by 7.83. 111.57 square feet for the shed.
No,
And- What?
then you wouldn't need larger. So that's what they
They
did.
cited it as.
No, what happened was, they put you down for height and larger, but what you really need was height and horizontal. That's what
Specific
happened.
shall be the main accessory
'Cause-
structure, higher and larger. He probably meant larger
That's what I just said, they
lengthwise.
swapped hard, because you're under 144 square feet, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so we'll also dismiss then the request for larger, because you don't need larger, you need horizontal.
right,
Okay,
okay.
and now just give us the height of the shed.
The height of,
Shed.
oh. Height of the shed, give me 1 second.
Well, I think everything's accurate, it's just, oh, you mean the dimensions? Yeah, we should, where does he say that is? Well, you know, we're just gonna have to have him write it on here and initial it, what's the official one?
You said it was over here.
Here's the one. Let's see if it's on this one.
I believe the shed's 12 feet.
What?
12,
12 feet tall?
yeah.
Okay, where 9 is allowable. You know what we're gonna need on the official, I'm gonna need the measurements on here because if we grant it, it's in accordance with that.
That's fine. We'll
Wanna-
update the drawing and submit it to the Board of Zoning Appeals.
Okay, well, maybe you could just, this is the,
Oh, I
exhibit,
can-
so
I can
maybe
mark it up for you.
Just initial it, put on those two measurements on the shed, initial it, maybe date it, so we at least have the right one in the file. He believes the shed is 12 feet. It's not 30. We also, also, Mr. Flum,
Yes.
you didn't sound entirely sure about the 12 feet. You might want to make sure about that, because if we were inclined to grant it, and we grant 12 feet, and the guy goes out and measures and it's 13,
It's definitely not taller than 13. I said 12 because I believe it's a certain type of shed. I'm going to check the shed drawing in a
just
s-
make sure we have
Yep.
the right number that we're considering. So if after this you leave and you find out the shed's 12'4", you need to give us that information, because you don't want him to come out and measure and say you're not compliant with the grant.
Give me 1 second. I'll tell you what it is. Okay.
What is the shed on the zone information? Oh. You know what's also not here? The shed information isn't on this.
Nope. I believe I'm right. 12 feet.
Okay. All right, go ahead and go through your other stuff then. Single story, two-story, and
Okay.
second
Sorry.
story.
Going back to the main application.
Tell us the total lot area in percentage.
So the total lot area being sought for coverage is 31.9%.
Okay,
The existing was again 2,044.61. With the proposed extension on the house, it'll be a total of additional 349.15 for a complete total of 2,393.76.
but the total lot area percentage requested is 31.9.
Correct.
Okay, where 27.5 is allowed.
No, 25%, it's Residence A District.
Oh, you're realizing, okay.
Yeah, sorry. I thought I said that first, that it's Residence A
Yeah.
District, 25%.
We so rarely get it that I didn't.
No problem.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, so we have an existing, actually an existing three-story dwelling. We filed a non-conforming for it. We're just doing the extension on the first and second floor in the basement. We're not touching the existing attic, it's existing terrain.
Did the building department give you determination on the non-conforming?
Yes,
And did we have a copy of
you
that?
should. It should be in your packages. Usually, the Board of Zoning Appeals ask for the non-conforming and the condition prior to letting this go ahead. So, on the drawing set, you should have, non-conforming was approved, application number 22-6731.
And this, the amount of work that you're proposing won't affect your non-conforming?
No, we're not touching the attic at all. It's one of these old Woodmere houses that,
Do you have a copy of the non-conforming?
the conditions,
Yes.
I not a paper copy, but I definitely can get the digital copy for you. Give me 1 second.
Or if you could state them on the record?
Yes, sure.
Did you submit these comment forms, or they're from us? Never mind, they're from us. I mean,
The
they're
non-conforming,
on file.
the non-conforming findings, which were granted with conditions, are as follows. Do you want me to read the analysis and the decision, or just the decision? I'll just read the whole thing.
Yeah,
Okay. This application contained a non-conforming dwelling on a 60 by 125 plot. The Nassau
Slow
County.
down. She's taking it down.
Oh, sorry.
She's good, but we don't want to
Sorry
tax her.
about it. This application to maintain a non-conforming dwelling on a 60 by 125 plot. the Nassau County Board of Assessors indicate in their 1938 inspection there existed a two-story dwelling with attic with a physical depreciation of 40% at that time. The submitted floor plans and assessor report indicate the buildings have been improved with a finished cellar with bathroom and heating equipment, alterations on the first floor for a laundry room, kitchen, toilet room, AC units, fencing, and shed without the benefit of a building permit. Decision, this application to maintain a non-conforming two-story dwelling with attic on a 60 by 125 plot is hereby granted, subject to the following conditions. Obtain building permit for the finished cellar, obtain building permit for the first floor alterations, obtain building permit for the AC units, obtain building permit for the fencing, obtain building permit for the shed, obtain plumbing permit for the heating equipment, obtain plumbing permit for the cellar bathroom fixtures, obtain plumbing permit for laundry equipment, obtain plumbing permit for second kitchen sink, inspection by the area inspector.
Okay, real quick for the record too, we have 6 comment forms that were submitted online to the BZA. 5 of them read in sum and substance, well, I'll read one, excellent, responsible, respectful neighbors, 2 big thumbs up, and there are 4 more with the same sentiment. And then there's a 6th that just says, what is the variance for? So, just to make a record that 6 of your neighbors apparently find you to be good neighbors and are in favor of your project.
They didn't say that. They just said
The other
neighbors.
Oh, 2 thumbs up.
I read them.
I have no further questions.
Does the board have any other questions with regard to the matter of the variances being sought? The only testimony I have is that they need more space in their house for their growing family, and while we're doing that, we redesigned it to make it work more better, if it's functionally for them. So they have a bigger dining, breakfast, kitchen area at the rear where we're extending, and then we gave this nice couple of master suites so they can have some privacy and their children not be in their faces all day.
Any other questions from the board?
Move the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mr. Flom, you and your client will be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's rendered. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
All in
Have a great day,
favor?
everyone.
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions?
Next, we have case 62123, Oceanside, Alex and Danielle Petito. Variances, lot area occupied, rear yard, construct garage addition attached to dwelling, also known as 341 Bunker Drive.
No.
Hello, Chairman. Hello, Board. My name is Alex Petito. I reside and own 341 Bunker Drive. I'm proposing to build a one-story garage into the back of my house attached. Yeah, I'm a car hobbyist, so I have a lot of cars that I want to keep off the street and keep in the garage. I did speak to my neighbors. Nobody has any objections to it. I did get a letter from my neighbor directly behind me, which is north to me. It's gonna be roughly 4 cars fitting in there. Yeah, 'cause I currently have 7 cars right now.
That's why he's here.
Garage, right?
Interior garage, correct. The garage is gonna be 30 feet deep by 23.4 feet wide.
That's half the house. A
Uh,
quarter of the
A little
house.
less. Yeah, about, just
A
about.
third of the house.
I'd rather have the garage than the house.
Does your wife go along with this?
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
I would, then he'll be out in the garage. So you need 2 variances for your proposal. You're in a Residence B zone where the allowable coverage is 27.5%. It looks like you're proposing 30.1%. You also need a rear yard. Looking forward here. You're required 25 and you're proposing 4. Was the neighbor to the rear of you one of the ones that you spoke with?
Yes, it was. I do have a letter here from the neighbor
Okay,
from the
we'll
rear.
accept that in
And
evidence.
the neighbor to the right of me, which is on the east side.
Interior garage, all right?
So the 2 neighbors that are
Where's this
directly
garage going?
adjacent to the property.
So, Flax
Yes,
and Solosky,
correct.
those are the neighbors?
Yes, Solosky is directly behind me, and
Right.
Flax is to the right of me.
And both of those neighbors are in favor of?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, good neighbor by going and talking, not everyone does that.
Yeah.
Did
Very nice community. Everybody talks to each other. We're all very friendly with each other, so They're actually looking forward to seeing the garage.
Can I trade you neighbors, because I got one that doesn't?
You- Your plot plan shows that there's an existing garage that you can enter through bunker.
Yeah, so I have a two-car garage up front, and what we plan to do is knock down, there's a bedroom behind that garage. We're gonna knock that bedroom down, and then knock out the back wall on the back side of the house. So when everything's said and done, essentially the garage would be the original 20-feet garage plus that 10-foot bedroom
I
and the
see.
30. So it'd be 60 feet deep.
Wait, the bedroom's still gonna be between the two garages?
No, we're gonna take that out. So it would be at the end, 60 feet from the front of the house to the back side of that garage.
Is it gonna have entrances on the front end of it?
I'm gonna have an
Like a
entrance, yes,
drive-through?
the entrance from the front, the existing, and then I'm gonna have an entrance on the side on the side, on the back side of the house.
Yeah,
So
like, so if there were no cars in the garage, you could drive all the way through it?
yes, I could drive through, but you have to exit on the west side.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like a through, because I'm on a corner property. So I'm gonna have it on the
Oh,
side
I
there.
see, I see.
You also have an open building permit for a second-story addition and bath?
Yeah, so they finished that. That was, I actually got the paperwork from the board. Everything was signed off, approved and finalized. So we did a extension above my living room, kitchen, dining room. So that had to be done first before my wife gave me permission to the garage. So we got that done and over with. So we built over there a master suite for us. You know,
She's gonna want a
better.
she shed next.
He's coming.
Our only requirements was the jacuzzi tub. She got it.
I don't know.
Any other questions from the board?
Yes. On the side street, there's, Google Earth shows a picture. What street ever?
It's a
Golf.
Do we have one?
There's an attachment to the rear of the house or the side of the house?
It's
What
over
is
at the carport where I have there now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
so that's
carport.
gonna come down, because I wanna get rid of that carport, and when I bought the house, there was a shed in the back, a 10x8. So
Yes.
that 10x8 shed will come down, that carport I'm gonna take out of there, and then I wanna keep everything within the new garage that we're building.
Are they collector's cars?
It's an exotic cars and collector's cars. So,
What are they?
I have the exotic cars, I have a Lamborghini Gallardo, 2004. I have a Ferrari F430, 2005. I have a 1968 Pontiac GTO.
Wow.
So those are my valuable cars.
Which one's the fastest?
The
The
Lambo.
It's no GTO is actually the slowest. It's
Lambo.
old in the carbureted motor. I would say the Lamborghini is probably my fastest one right now.
What color?
Orange.
What color's the other one?
The Ferrari's red. Red with tan interior.
The Lambo's on Google Earth.
Is it? Is it showing there?
I see it.
Well, you can't really see what it is, but there's an orange car.
That might be my first car that I had for like 23 years. That my wife calls me a hoarder because I don't get rid of it.
Hoarder.
Sentimental.
Hoarder.
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 So, and then I have her truck. I have my truck that I used for work and my other car I had for years. the
What
other
kind of
car.
Ford?
Yeah, I got a Ford Raptor, F-150 Raptor.
Really?
Yeah.
You have a lot of cars.
I do.
You're into
Can you work on them?
Yeah, I do my own work on them.
Wow, even on the Lamborghini and the
Yeah.
Ferrari?
Yeah, it's not easy, but yeah, that's the biggest cost of these cars. If you can't work on them, yeah, you spend a lot on trying to maintain them and upkeep them. So
I think the purchase price might be an obstacle for some.
I got lucky. I bought it during the downtime, during COVID and everything. Everybody was trying to sell them. So since I bought them, everything increased. So actually, it's kind of an investment for me now at this point.
Nice, and not so bad to drive on the weekend either.
No, not at all. I took my wife on the first car rally this year, and she loved it. We went to Tail of the Dragon, which was in Tennessee. So we took a rally from here down to North Carolina, spend the night
Like
there, and the
Smokey
next
and the
day.
Bandit?
No, it's like multiple stops. So we go for a breakfast stop, a gas stop, snack stop, lunch, dinner. It's a group of cars all go.
Very nice.
So it's nice. I didn't think she was gonna enjoy it, but she loved it. So.
All right, so no snowman in the tractor trailer?
No way. I never even seen the movie, to be honest. I know what you're talking about. I never seen it though.
It's like a race across.
Gotcha.
All right.
Thank you.
Can I have a motion?
Move the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. You'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's ready.
Okay, thank you so
Have a
much.
nice day.
I appreciate it.
Aye.
Aye.
Next, we have cases 62223 through 62323 Wantaw, John Hickey. Variance, lot area occupied, construct a roofed over open porch attached to dwelling, special exception to maintain second accessory structure shed exceeding horizontal maximum and with lot area occupied variance, also known as 3038 Morgan Drive.
Daniel Burko, architect, P.O. Box 610, Lindenhurst, New York, 11757. Good morning, Mr. Chair and members of the board. I'm here today on behalf of the Hickey family, located at 3038 Morgan Drive, Wantaw, New York, in a Residence A zone. We're in front of the board today seeking relief for two variances in connection with building a new open front porch and legalizing an existing shed that was at the home when Mr. Hickey purchased the property in May of 2021. The 190 square foot proposed front porch exceeds the 25% allowable lot coverage by 5.05%, and we're asking for a total lot coverage of 30.05%. The 190 square foot open front porch only increases the lot coverage by 2.6%. The existing shed on the north side of the property in the rear yard exceeds the allowable horizontal width of 12 feet as it is 14 and a half feet long. It also exceeds the allowable lot coverage of 25% as is 112 square feet total. The 112 square feet shed increases the lot coverage by 1.5%. It is 8 feet tall, and this is the only shed on the property, as the other shed has been removed as per the site plan. Being that Mr. Hickey did buy the house in May of 2021, I'd say that the shed is approximately 6 to 8 years old. On the other side of the property, yes.
Total lot coverage, is it the 30.05?
30.05.
That's including the shed and,
Everything on the property. Yep. Is gone. Yep. Yes, because right now it is 1.6 feet off the property. I'm just relocating it to 2 feet off the property for fire code reasons.
so then that would be the first shed and then
The one and only shed. That,
this is the second shed.
no, this is going to be the one and only shed on the property. It's the second accessory structure on the property.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I hear second.
During the duration of this project, it was brought to Mr. Hickey's attention that when he purchased the property, everything on the property was built without a permit. So we did file numerous permits and removed other items as well to make everything legal. Throughout the project, Mr. Hickey has spoken to his neighbors numerous times about the porch that he's trying to build. All of them are happy for him as he has bought the house, as he's updated the house, sided the house, built a partial second floor. We have filed 6 maintain permits and 2 proposed permits, all of which I believe have been granted with the exception of this shed and the proposed front porch. We would ask that you grant the variance as presented to the board, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Pool, semi-in-ground pool,
Yep.
and it says pool enclosure around pool.
Yes.
Does that I obviously can't see that. Does that comply with our section 252 of the
It
Building
does.
Zone Ordinance?
Yes.
5 foot high, non-climbable and all that stuff?
Yes. We went back and forth with the building department numerous times to get the fence heights right with the deck and around the pool and relative to grade and everything.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions from the board?
Move the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. You'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's ready.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? We're going to take a 10-minute recess,
So the court clerk can rest her hand.
and
Sorry. You're welcome.
Okay. Okay. We're going to be calling case 58323 through 58423 Levittown. Eden Savchik and Alex Novak. Mother-daughter residence, second kitchen. Variances, front yard setback on Thrush Lane and Kingfisher Road. Construct second-story addition, covered porch, portico, and rear covered porch, all attached to dwelling, also known as 1 Thrush Lane.
This is cute. Look at this.
Leonard,
Good morning, Chairman, members of the board. Richard M. Bavone, 308 East Meadow Avenue. East Meadow appearing as the agent for the owners of 1 Thrush Lane, Levittown. I'll have them introduce themselves for the parent-child also.
Leonard Saftrick, 1 Thrush Lane, Levittown.
Eden Safchik, 1 Thrush Lane, Levittown.
Melody Safchik, 1 Thrush Lane, Levittown.
Alex Novak, 1 Thrush Lane, Levittown.
So we have 2 cases, respectfully requesting both cases be heard as one. So I'll start with case 584, which are the variances for the front yard setback to construct the second-story addition, covered porch, portico, and the rear covered porch. In 2021, this board heard a case that was a maintain and a cleaning up the permits at the property. The permit was finally issued 21-2992. It was issued to maintain a front addition, interior alterations to the first floor and roof over. Variances were granted for setbacks at that time for the front yard setback on Kingfisher Road and for a setback of 17.74. As noted, this is a corner property, and the front of the house is off of Thrush Lane. The proposed addition on Kingfisher will not extend further from the previous variance that was granted in 2021. The addition proposed has a first floor roof over on Kingfisher, leading to an exterior HVAC system due to the fact that this is a slab on grade, no basement. There's an exterior access for the HVAC system that's being proposed. The interior of the dwelling will have an eating kitchen on the first floor, large living area, walk-in closet, which is off for bedroom number 1, new bathroom, laundry room, existing bathroom on the first floor. The proposed interior stair off of the living area on the first floor leads to the second floor. There will be no exterior entrance or access to the second floor from the exterior. Again, noting that this is a slab on grade with additions and modifications. Also, that would be slab on grade. Front portico on Thrush Lane has a setback of 22.23 foot setback. You have a difference of 2.66 setback. But again, that portico is further forward, which is part of the variance, and the actual second-story addition is in back of that. So we're not further reducing any setback on Thrush Lane. The second floor, if approved, will have 4 bedrooms, 1 larger bedroom, and 3 other bedrooms for future family members. There'll be a second kitchen, an open space design, all open area from living room, dining, and family area, which could easily be converted back by the removal of the second kitchen when it ceases to exist. Reference to the parent-child application, the layout for the proposed addition was set up for Mr. and Mrs. Sapchek, which will be the residents of the second floor. They travel back and forth from Florida, summer, winter months in Florida, summer months. They have a place to stay. They currently sold their house, their one-family dwelling, and now they're just waiting for permits from the town so that they can construct the addition on this house with their daughter and have a place to live during the months that they are in New York. And again, being that the first floor will have the owners, which are Eden Sapchak and Alex Novak, are the current owners of the property. And again, it will remain a one-family dwelling with this use for the parent-child as long as it exists, and then be removed thereafter. We have secured 3 letters of support from neighbors, number 2 and number 8 Thrush Lane, and also number 1 Kingfisher. We believe that we do meet the requirement for the parent-child, mother-daughter application, and we're respectfully requesting an approval, and the owner and parents are here for any questions.
Your clients are familiar with the mother-daughter fact sheet. They understand that the residence must appear to be a one-family dwelling, 1 doorbell, 1 mailbox, and of course, they cannot pass that designation on to another purchaser. They'll have to remove the kitchen, and the building will revert to a one-family dwelling upon a sale or transfer. Correct?
They agree to the conditions from the town.
All right. Any other questions for the board?
Move the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mr. Bavone, you and your clients will all be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's rendered.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank
Any
you very
abstentions?
much, and have a great day.
You too.
Because they have no intention of renting it to anyone else in the future. It's specifically for their family.
Senior residence is just
This would be a
existing.
3-year, and then the issue with the senior residence, because it would be over to 900 square feet, we felt that that was more of a reach for a variance off the record, of course, and this would be a much simpler application because it's specifically being used for their
Does the
for their
senior
family.
residence renew every 3 years like
No, that would run
It just
with
runs
it
as long as
because
you
of
live
the
there
age
and-
of the people and the restrictive covenant that we've placed on the property.
We're just curious.
It's okay. Thank you.
Have a good day, everyone.
Next, we have case 30723 near East Rockaway, MSJ Homes LLC. Variances lot area front width from and on street line to front setback line, lot area occupied, front yard average setback, side yards aggregate, rear yard construct 3-story dwelling with garage, formerly known as 9 James Street.
I think it was individually, right?
Yes, but no. Right? There's one of those, yes, but no.
Yes. There are 3, aren't there? Oh, no, we granted one. He presented one.
Good morning.
Good morning again.
So you want to first move to consolidate testimony presented in the prior cases? Pardon me?
But let me give you so it's Michael Lynch. I'm here as the real estate expert on this case. I'm also presenting the case, 15 Dewey Street, Huntington, New York. And to my left is Mike.
Yeah, Mike Lamba, 43 Salem Road,
Did
Hicks,
he
New
call
York,
only
11801.
307 or did he call 308?
So back in early September, of course, I myself have been here 3 times, but Mr. Lamb has been here 4 times? 4th time.
42
So
times.
for me, 3rd time's a charm, hopefully. Last September, I had submitted the chain of title indicating the property has existed prior to 1930, the old assessor's cards, photos, and some old ZBA decisions in the area, including the companion property to this that was approved over the summer on 8th and James Street. So again, I submitted those. We're going to incorporate prior testimony.
Yeah, and just so we have it in the record, the prior testimony was taken, it looks like May 17th of '23, June 14th of '23, may or may not have had some testimony taken, and then July 26th of '23 and September 13th of 2023 23 also had some partial testimony taken. So if anyone looks at this transcript, it'll reference where those testimonies
Yeah,
are.
so it's largely repetitive. This property is known as 9 James Street, south side of James Street, 70 feet east of 8th Avenue in the unincorporated area of East Rockaway. As you know, this area was devastated back by Hurricane Sandy. Many of the homes were damaged beyond repair. Many were rebuilt or some outright raised and new construction with FEMA compliant smaller colonials that we're looking to do on this property. It's a 30 by 75 foot lot, 2,250 square feet of overall area. Again, it's a pre-existing non-conforming lot. The area is comprised, again, mainly of small non-conforming 2,000 to 4,000 square foot lots. I believe I went through the percentages, but just to repeat, in the 100-foot radius, there are 16 lots. Out of those 16 lots, 100% are substandard with respect to either lot area and or lot width. Within the 200-foot radius, there are 25 lots, 22 are substandard with respect to lot area and or lot width. That's an 88%. We're looking in this application for lot area, width, lot area occupied. We've reduced the size of the overall property, so now we have 2 5-foot side yards. So we eliminated one of the variances, so now we're just looking for aggregate. We were originally proposing 3-foot side yards, but now again we're looking for 5-foot side yards with respect to the aggregate, 10-foot aggregate. Just in way of history on this property, the old house actually had a 2.4-foot side yard on its easterly boundary. But as a result of increasing the side yards, we've also reduced the size of the house by approximately 6%. We were at a 43.3% lot coverage. We're now down to 37.76 lot area occupied. They've reduced the size of the house by approximately 30%, or 250 square feet. It'll be a small 3-story colonial, 7 rooms, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a 1-car garage, for off-street parking.
Mr. Lynch, real quick, a couple things.
Yes.
You are down here for side yard and side yard aggregate. You've told us now that you have 2 5-foot side yards. And I
Yes.
think you're correct, you don't need side yard, you just need aggregate, right?
Correct.
Okay. Secondly, let's just quickly go through, I know you told us all the changes.
Yep.
But can you just go through and tell us, for example, lot area occupied? It looks to me like your total lot area occupied, if this is the correct one I'm looking at, because there have been changes, is the total lot area occupied that you propose 35.96?
You know, the last time the architect, I believe, told me 37, but it's in that area. It could be 30.
Well, we
It's
can't do
definitely
in that
got-
area.
I don't have the exact.
We got to get it right. If we're to approve it, you want the right numbers, so you don't get administrative errors later.
Okay.
But I don't have a 3-story.
37.76.
Okay, 37.76. Hold on, the papers are wrong. When was did you file that number? And if so,
Mike,
see, this is void in service.
she's asking if, these were the most recent.
Right, but what we need to do is make sure our paper and our file reflects the correct number, because if we're to grant it, we grant it in accordance with the papers. So that means if the wrong number's on here, if 35's on here, and it gets granted, then the building inspector comes out and determines it's 37, now you got a problem, right? So we got to grant the right numbers, so we got to make sure, starting place for that is to make sure the paper we're referencing is accurate.
Ma'am, I submitted the
Pardon me?
plans about 30 days ago.
Okay, okay. So let's find the official one of those. Hold on. What's the date? I need the exhibit, the orange dot with that number on it. No, this is where it is superseded. hold on. Okay, who's got the orange dot with John? No. The orange dot, no, this is the wrong one, though. This is for this. I need the site plan that goes with that one, assuming that's the correct. What was the date of that submission?
9/7/23, this was submitted.
Okay, so we need the site plan of 9/7/23 that has an orange dot on it. Dawn, we need you. Oh, idiot. Okay, so the official record right now requests this is 35.96. So you need.
This is what.
I'm gonna. It's.
I think they have the old date on it. Maybe they will change the date. Maybe the architect didn't change the original date on it, but I give them fresh copy.
Do you remember the day you were here?
More than 30 days ago, approximately.
No, I don't
Remember the last date we had? Within, I think, 2-3 days I submitted the plans. I sent them to you.
Nine ten is when you texted me.
So the same day or the next day?
Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry. That was 10:10.
Last
Waiting to talk to the buildings examiner, September 14th.
Yeah.
So you were here September 14th?
Yeah. 13th of April.
Says, well, that you texted me on it. Oh, okay. Figure that, okay. So it is 37. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I got it now? Good. I think that was for 14, the next case coming up, the 3596. Right. And that's reduced from the original application of 43.31.
Okay, front yard average, what is it? What do you-
Front yard average is 6'7" inches.
And the
That's what you proposed, or that's what the average in the
That's what he proposes.
No, the average in the area is
23.5.
25 inches, but that's, a lot of that is due to the, there's two lots immediately to the east that are to be built upon, and I believe that pushed the average way up, but with respect to the original house that sat on this, it's consistent with that, I believe. Let me see. Well, the average is 23 feet 5 inches. And we're proposing 6'7" inches, which is generally consistent and with what had stood on the property. I think the original front yard was as low as 3 feet 2 inches on the original residence.
Okay, and the front width of the lot is 30 feet, and what's required in a residence B zone?
Under the B, we need 55 feet.
Okay.
Again, it's a pre-existing non-conforming.
And your side yard aggregate, you're required
Side
to have
yard
15,
aggregate is 10 feet.
and you're required to have 15. What's the rear yard required, and what do you propose?
The rear yard requirement is 25 feet. We're just under at 23 feet 3 inches.
Okay, now what about this fact that it's a proposed 3-story?
Yeah, it's a FEMA compliant 3-story, which is very typical now in the neighborhood. So we have the garage only on the first floor, and then the second and third floors are living areas. It's a small,
So it's really a
modest.
FEMA level and 2 stories?
Yes, that's correct. And we reduced the size of the house again because we increased the side yards. So we went down in size on the residence. We're now a 3-bedroom, 7-room colonial with 2.5 baths. Again, the 1-car garage.
And just storage in the attic?
Yes. And I submitted photos back in September, and you can see the area of the surrounding area. There's a lot of newer FEMA-compliant residences or rebuilt homes in the immediate area. And on the photo 12, you can see a historical photo of the old bungalow that sat on the property. And I actually have a photo from MLS of that house that was demolished. And again, you can see the front yard.
Would you like to offer that into evidence?
Yes, that was submitted.
We'll accept it.
Photo 13.
Okay.
I submitted all these photos last
Okay,
month.
then we don't have to resubmit them. We
Okay,
don't need them.
just to point out in the record, photos 12 and 13 show an aerial of the old residence, and photo 13 is the old residence photo. And in that photo, you can see the side yard was 2.4 feet, and the front yard was roughly 2.4 feet. So, in sum, we're going to have a new small colonial that's certainly in keeping with the area, especially the newer FEMA-compliant dwellings in the immediate area of East Rockaway. It'll have a sale price of approximately $750,000 to $800,000. The median sale price in the immediate area is roughly $500,000, so certainly property values are not going to be impacted. And if anything, again, this is going to be a new residence that's only going to be a benefit to the community. Again, it's a pre-existing lot, so it's not a substantial request when in context with the immediate area. So again, overall, it's a positive development for the neighborhood, and I recommend that the variances sought be approved. That concludes my presentation. If the board has any questions.
Do I have any other questions from the board? If
Just
not,
move
do
that
I
the-
have a motion?
Move the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mr. Lynch, you and your client will be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's ready.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? Can we have the correct file on that?
Next,
on
we
the
have
next
case 30823, Near East Rockaway, PST Fine Homes LLC. Variances, lot area, front width from and on street line to front setback line, lot area occupied, side yards, side yard aggregate, construct 3-story dwelling with garage, formerly known as 14 James Street. And you're still sworn in.
Thank you. Good morning again. It's Michael Lynch.
Just the address for the record again, but you're still sworn in.
Yes. 15 Dewey Street, Huntington, New York. And I was previously sworn in. So this application is across the street from the prior application. This is known as 14 James Street. This is a canal front lot. It's known as 14 James. It's 130 north side of James Street. On the canal, on the East Rockaway Canal. The applicant actually just rebuilt the bulkhead on this property this year. It's a 30 by 79 foot average lot with an overall lot area of 2,363 square feet. I'd like to submit the chain of title indicating that this is a pre-existing non-conforming lot prior to 1930. I also have the Nassau County assessment card of the original residence that formerly stood on the property. I've also got a markup of the radius map as well as photographs that I took back in the summer of this property as well as the surrounding area. And lastly, I have a number of BZA grants in the immediate neighborhood of similar relief sought. So a total of 8 BZA grants.
Mr. Lynch, you took those photos and they fairly and accurately depict the conditions existing in the neighborhood, is that correct?
Absolutely, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
And again, those pictures are of the subject property and also the immediate surrounding area. You can see it's now a vacant lot. The applicant recently rebuilt the bulkhead, as I noted, which is certainly a benefit to the community. I also have a photo of from Nassau County Assessment from 2004 showing the original dwelling that stood on that property that was subsequently raised due to it being destroyed during Hurricane Sandy.
Take that in evidence as well.
And again, like the prior, the area is comprised of largely 20 to 40 foot lots. I'll just quickly go through the ratio of nonconformity in the immediate 100 and 200 foot radius. Within the 100 foot radius, there are 12 lots. Of those 12, all are non-conforming with respect to either lot area and or lot width. Within the 200 foot radius, there are 29 lots, 18 of which are substandard with respect to lot area and or lot width. In this application, the relief we're seeking is for, of course, lot area being a pre-existing non-conforming lot. Width, we've got a lot width. Lot width is 30 feet. Again, 55 feet is the requirement under the B zone. We also require lot area occupied. In this application, we are down from the original application of 47.76, we're now down to 35.96 because we're offering now compliant side yard. We are seeking however, 10-foot aggregate side yard, so that's an additional relief, but we have reduced, again, the side yard variance. We don't need a front yard, we're compliant. We need a rear yard. Our rear yard is 17 feet 7 inches. Under the B zone, it's a 25-foot minimum, so again, we do require relief for a rear yard. As with the last application, we're going to propose a small FEMA-compliant colonial of 1,650 square feet, 7 rooms, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a 1-car garage. Again, all the living areas on the 2nd and 3rd levels, the ground level is strictly being FEMA-compliant with a 1-car garage, so we are offering off-street parking. Again, we've increased the side yards from the original application. We were originally proposing 3 feet on each side. We now have 5 feet on each side, a significant increase. And again, the lot coverage, lot area occupied is 35.96 feet. We're proposing, again, this small colonial, that being a canal front, will have an estimated sale price of $800,000 to $850,000. The median sale price in the area is $500,000, so certainly from a property value standpoint, this will be a benefit to the community. It's not a substantial request. Again, it's taken in context with the immediate area and what formerly stood on the property. We're not going to be burdening the physical or environmental existing conditions in the area. And we need the relief, otherwise this application cannot be achieved. Overall, it's a positive development for the area. We're going to have a new colonial in the area that's certainly far more attractive than what formerly stood, the sandy damaged residence that formerly stood on the property. And again, from a property value standpoint, it's only going to help to increase the median sale prices. So with that, I close my presentation and I recommend that the variances be granted.
What do you feel this home would sell for?
Pardon?
What do you
yes,
feel
that
this
was-
house would sell
That
for?
was in my testimony. It's a canal front. It's on the East Rockaway Canal. We're estimating an $800,000 to $850,000 sale price. The median sale price in the immediate area is approximately $500,500.
Okay. I don't know how you're going to get comps. Any other questions from the board?
Move the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mr. Lynch, you and your client will be notified by mail. The board's decision once it's ready. Thank you.
Big relief.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
Don't you want to come back next week just for the hell of it?
I'm going to see you on the Chick-fil-A case.
I don't know about him, I don't want to come back.
You're sure? You're sure?
He'll be
We're-
back on another.
We're nice
On another
people.
case, hopefully.
$1,500,000.
I'd rather have.
Okay. But I don't do the expert.
$1,500,000 for
That you're on
We'll figure something out.
that you're on your own.
That concludes the morning calendar. We'll take a brief recess, and then maybe we'll make some decisions. Maybe.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Okay. Come on, Christine. Ready? Case 60523, Franklin Square, Volum Family LLC. Do I have any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
605 of 23 Franklin Square at 460 Franklin Ave, Stop and Shop, be approved as requested with normal sign conditions.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes. Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Any abstention? 10 what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 5.
Yeah.
I said 10.
Yeah.
I said 5 years and you go 10, and I thought, oh, they changed it to 10? So when I,
All right, 606 of 23 East Meadow, Karen Sauer Bavone and Richard M. Bavone. Do I have any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I move, Mr. Chairman, case 606 of 23, affecting the property 308 East Meadow, be approved as requested, same conditions, 5 years.
Second.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? Cases 607 and 608 of 2023, Oceanside, Monty S. Leeper.
Architect.
That's part of his name. It's like doctor. So he's, no, my name is doctor. No,
Do you
it's
have a
not
motion?
doc. Can I have a motion?
Yes. Case number 607, 608, and Oceanside Monte Leaper at renewal of architect. Maintain professional office in a detached sign professionally at 414 Foxhurst Road in Oceanside be granted for a period of 5 years.
Same
Second.
conditions.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? Case 60923 West Hempstead, Max Returns LLC, in brackets, William Alvaro, close brackets.
I have some discussion on that, Mr. Chairman.
So,
Mr. Pellegrini and I were looking through the file, and he has some personal knowledge of this subject premises. Apparently, this was previously like a multi-use, a mixed-use, commercial and one residence or something of the sort years ago. It was thereafter converted to a two-family dwelling, which cleaned it up. And Mr. Pellegrini, if you don't mind me repeating it, suggested that if there ever was a case that should be made a permanent two-family, that this is a good candidate because of the positive impact it's made on that community. I just say that, see if anyone has any thoughts on that. I would be in
would you
favor
like
of
to
that.
make a motion?
I will make a motion on that, Mr.
It'd be a
Chairman.
nice idea.
I would move that that case 609, 2023, affecting the property at 618 Jennings Avenue, as you've described it, Mr. Chairman, request, it's a renewal of a grant for use for a two-family residence. I would move that we grant it, but not as a temporary grant, and make it a permanent grant.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? Next case, 610 of 2023, Ronald and Donald L. Atrozo, mother-daughter residence. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
Is that Disney? Ronald and Donald is
Can,
I move case 610 of 2023, location of premises to 2152 Nottingham Road, East Meadow, be granted as requested for a period of
We just granted it.
just 3 years with conditions.
second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? Next case, 611 of 2023, North Belmore, Clara McDonald. Do I have any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I move case 611 of 23 in North Belmore, Clara McDonald, at 2078 Hancock Avenue, be approved as requested.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? Next case is 612 and 613 of 23 Oceanside, Mark Mandel. Do I have any discussion?
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead.
I move with regard to case 612 and 613 of 2023, Mark Mandel property is located at 3635 Glory Drive in Oceanside,
be approved as requested. Usual shed conditions. That's it.
Second.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? Next case is 614, 615, and 616 of Lido 2023, Lido Beach, Henry Cutler. Do I have any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I move that case 614 to 616 in Lido Beach, Henry Cutler, be at 14 Carousel Lane in Lido Beach, be granted as requested with the notations, on whatever it is on the site plan.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next case, 617 of 2023, Philip D'Andrea, Carman. Any discussion? Nobody asked how much you can,
It was a relatively de minimis variance, I think it's really still.
yeah. If you grant it, do you want a discount in the event you want to buy the car?
Which cars is that?
Is that the Lambo? Is that the Lambo guy?
Fastback, or is that the guy who has
Oh, that's the
GTO?
fast, we don't like those. Okay, all right.
They're going to remove the pool and shed also, I believe.
Well, it said it
It
was
said it was
removed.
removed, okay.
Has
yes.
been,
He-
okay.
Update my notes, thank
Do you
you.
want to renew that motion? Somebody?
I
I
will,
move,
go ahead.
I move case 617 of 2023. Location of property 925 Oakland Court, North Belmore, be granted as requested.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed and abstention. Next case, 618 of 2023, Near Valley Stream, Elliot and Malka Hadassah Baum. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I move case 618 of 23 near Valley Stream, located at 917 Cliffside Avenue, be approved as requested.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed and abstentions? Next case, cases 619 and 620 of 2023, Woodmere, Ricky and Justin Herms.
So first on that one, just, yeah, get rid of horizontal, we need to get rid of larger and add horizontal. It's just a flip-flop. And then as it relates to,
Be granted with the conditions that they comply with the non-conforming
oh, that's right. Thank you, Joe. So, Mr. Chairman, as it relates to cases 619 and 620 of 2023, Ricky Herms and Justin Herms, 120 Park Street in Woodmere. I move that it be granted as requested with the amendment to the caption to clarify it, that,
Sorry, I don't know how to turn it off.
and then, I'm sorry,
I'll kill the whole thing.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, Terry.
that's usual shed conditions if there are any. Just-
Second?
They're non-conforming.
Second.
Oh, yeah.
Non-conforming.
I would have remembered if I
I know,
owned it.
it's turned off now.
Why wasn't it turned off that
I
the first
don't
time?
know how to shut the volume. So,
You do too.
Sounds like the end of a 1940
Turn it off.
movie, Joe.
no.
Next case, 621 of 2023, Alex and Danielle Petito.
But this is the guy with the
Petito,
Petito.
This is the guy.
he's the guy with the
That's the
garage.
Ferrari Lamborghini.
He's
Yes.
the Lambo Ferrari
I
guy.
think you should make the motion, Chairman.
I can't make a motion.
Yes, we
I'm
determined that
precluded.
you can.
I'm precluded.
You can make a motion.
I can.
Yeah.
I move case 621 of
Thank you.
2023, located
Oh, was I
at
supposed to make it?
Steal
341
my
Bunker
thunder.
Drive in Oceanside, be
No
granted
one can
as
steal your
requested.
thunder.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right. Cases 622 and 623 of Wantor, John Hickey. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I move case 622 to 623 of 23 in Wantor, John Hickey, at 3038 Morgan Drive, be approved as requested.
Usual shed conditions.
Yes.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any
Aye.
abstentions? Case 307 of 23 near East Rockaway, MSJ Homes LLC. Partial testimony taken on any number of occasions. Thank God this is the last time. Do I have any discussion? If
I do.
not, please, somebody make a motion.
I have one thing for Christine. Christine or Christina? Which do you prefer? Christine.
Or Chris.
Oh, okay. That we change the caption to read, instead of reading 3-story with garage, to read FEMA and 2
compliant.
stories. And after
And
that,
with that,
you- Yes. Then I will move, Mr. Chairman, the changes we just discussed, case 307 of 2023, affecting this MSJ Homes LLC, affecting the property at 9 James Street near East Rockaway, be approved as requested in accordance with the amended plans of 9/17/23, right, Chip? Right, Patrick? The plans for that one were the 9/7, I mean, one was 15, one was 7, 9/7. Yeah. Or any others we wish to apply. Or maybe we just do it. Second.
second,
Second?
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstention? Next case, 308 of 23 near East Rockaway, PST Fine Homes LLC. Do I have any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
You want to do?
Somebody want to make a similar
I'll do it.
motion to the one we made on the last case?
Okay, so as it relates to 308 of 2023 near East Rockaway, PST Fine Homes LLC, property located at 14 James Street, that we approve, we changed the language again to reflect that it's a FEMA plus 2-story, not a 3-story dwelling, and that we otherwise, I move that we approve it as requested.
Second.
Oh, and new home conditions.
Yes.
New what? New what? Oh,
That's with 307 as well.
Yeah.
Oh, good, I didn't even know about
You
that.
have to plant grass.
Oh, and I had made a note, no occupancy. I made a note, no occupancy in the attic.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstention? Cases 583 and 584 of 2023, Levittown, Eden Safchik, and Alex Novak.
Sounds
Do I
vulgar.
have any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I move that case 583 and 584, grant 583 with the normal mother-daughter conditions, and case 584 granted as requested.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions?
What was that case that we used to joke about?
On the reserve calendar.
Yes.
Do you have anything on page 1?
Joe's got, JR, you have one.
This one.
See that?
You wanted to look at that one?
Oh, that's you? Yeah.
I looked at it, but he wanted to look at it. It's got 10 bedrooms.
Oh, yeah, that's the one that,
No.
yeah.
Oh,
Um,
this one right here.
There are a few that we're gonna,
I want to hold that until the afternoon.
Okay.
I'm talking about 553 of 23.
okay, and 464 also this afternoon.
Yep.
I inspected 556 and 557.
And
What say you?
What say I think it's a good case. All it needs is the front with that setback line there. It's an old house that's there now, and the lot has 2 curb cuts. It was, I'm sure, originally designed to have 2 parcels on it. So I would move that these cases, 556 and 557, be granted with the usual subdivision cases. New
and I
dwelling.
guess new home now.
Yes.
And new home. Oh, it's included?
Second?
Uh-oh.
Second?
All in favor?
So if-
Aye.
Any
so if we
opposed,
have
any
new-
abstention?
If we have new subdivision conditions, that
The-
includes new home.
Right, so new home conditions are basically the general things you have to do for construct and file restricted covenants. A subdivision is just for 2 parcels.
Right, so, but if we say usual subdivision conditions, do we
This is
assume?
this
that
is
we do new home
demolished. They're
conditions?
gonna demolish the entire house.
Okay.
They're gonna rebuild the house. This should have said demolished garage. Demolished garage.
Couture, did you take a peek at 576.
You know what, I did 80, right, I'll look at this, you know what I did?
Let's hold.
No, I had Cedarhurst, right, so this morning I go there, and I look on my calendar, and I go 81 Cedarhurst. So and I thought in my head it was 129, but I looked it up anyway. I go to 81 Cedarhurst, I'm like, I already did this inspection. And it, you know,
Welcome to my world.
darn it.
So,
Okay, so we're
so you
holding
want to
that?
hold it and look at the correct
I'm
home?
gonna have to.
Yeah, all right. Hold pending.
I have,
That's 576. We're going to hold that until Mrs. D'Amato gets her
the
addresses
original
straight.
grant, did I get that?
You want to, okay, so we did receive a letter on 57623 from the attorney Howard Abertine, and Ms. D'Amato was correct. Remember that was one with the staircase that you noted on the plans that he wasn't sure? He didn't think
Oh, yeah,
that
that's
went-
right. He's like, oh, that's just stairs to the roof.
So he wants to just correct his testimony. He sent a letter, as well as a letter from a neighboring property that supports the application. So if we could just reopen the hearing for the sole purpose of
Oh,
submitting
okay.
this.
So I will move, as it relates to case 576, 2023, affecting the property at 129 Cedarhurst Avenue and Point Lookout, that we reopen the matter to enter into the file, the record, a letter received by the board on September 29th of 2023 from Mr. Abertine, the attorney for the applicant, which is, I will not read in its entirety, but corrects certain elements of his testimony in that he he provided some information to the board that he subsequently discovered was not quite correct, just through, with no malintent. Can you second my motion, Dave? Oh, and I apologize. With an attachment signed by Nancy Rickman, who lives at 130 Belmore Avenue, Point Lookout, indicating that she has no objection to the application. Second.
I second the reopening of the case and the admission of the additional letter from Mr. Abertine.
All those in
Do
favor?
I have a second?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any
And then
abstentions?
the original grant, I don't remember why I wanted it.
No, oh, yes,
I think it
that's
was-
true.
No, this is the
And,
one.
and that we, and that,
This is to do with the second and third floor decks.
good.
So we did look into that, and
You guys are good.
it was, that was already previously granted. I think that
Okay,
was
but
the reason why you
remember, no,
wanted
it had
to-
to do with why it said that the third story is like a third deck, needed water occupied, when really what was largely water occupied was the second story deck. I think that's what it was. Okay, we'll look at it. Let's close it now, and if I have some time after lunch, I can refresh myself, I might be able to. Okay, so I would then move, Mr. Chairman, that case 476 of 2023, as we previously described it, affecting the property 129 Cedarhurst Avenue, be restored to the reserve calendar for the time being.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Cases 589 and 590. Mr. Pellegrini?
I inspected that property, and I was originally opposed to this extension protruding into the front yard on Quintus Drive. Quintus Drive is a cul-de-sac. The houses are all irregular setbacks. The existing fence, this addition will not even come near the existing fence, and I think it's a good case as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And I guess that means you approved it.
Yes, granted with condition.
I see that. Did we get the clarified conditions from Vanessa on 595 through 598?
Yes, we did. I did the draft decision.
Okay.
Would you guys like to,
Adopt the draft?
okay. I would like to see it one more time.
I remember it.
Mr. Chairman, I would move, as it relates to cases 595 through 598 of 2023, North Merrick Fruits, Inc., doing business as Pat's Farm,
located at 1142 Merrick Avenue in Merrick, that the board adopt a negative declaration as the secret determination based on the materials in the file and the testimony at the hearing.
Okay, second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
In addition, Mr. Chairman, I would move, as it relates to those same cases, 595 to 598, that the board adopt the draft decision prepared by counsel to the board, Christina.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Christina, during lunch, can you just pull that whole file on
What other-
129? Well, I drove there thinking 129 in my head, and I was like, oh, let me just check.
Anything else, gentlemen? Ladies, let's go.
Extensions.
Okay, so you're finalizing, this first one is final, this is one extension on the first one, it was to construct 2 new dwellings, finalize construction plans with the building department, courtesy of Dan Baker.
So is it to pick up permits?
Secure permits, complete construction on the last one, and not need an extension of time yet, but it is a maintain.
Wait, the one that's complete construction, how far is that?
Moores of Baldwin, and honestly, I think it's considered, no, should we just make it, sorry, I just got ahead of them.
That's okay.
What do I need?
Yeah, it's not really complete construction, it's a maintain, so they just need to get the certificate of occupancy.
Moores of Bolden, what is that? Sounds like a nightclub.
This is before my time. Ongoing work on the related permits, construction, and secure appropriate, okay, so this is really get the CO. You can see, there's no real construction. See, it's already done.
What's it for?
Relief that was being requested, so I should put your photograph.
Yes, sir. Resident, I know.
These photographs, relief being granted was use variance to maintain live entertainment, cabaret, and outdoor dining in existing bar and restaurant.
This one's Sonny's? Where is this place?
Moores of Baldwin is located at the southwest corner of Jefferson
No.
Place and Cornwell Place, located.
It's on the water. Sonny's, yeah, I see it on the boat.
Yes, it is.
Definitely is. I'm looking at the line. They just need to close out the certificates of occupancy, which they never received. But there's no time
Wait,
requirement.
what
just
is-
close it.
No, I get that, but it's.
Where's
but
the,
It's an existing bar, so to speak, without a CO since 2018.
complete construction? Wait, they've had no
Right.
extensions? Then
Because they probably properly did everything, and then for a complete construction and obtain certificate of occupancy, there's no timeline period in the statute. It's only the 2 that are
Yes.
enumerated are these 2, a secure permit and commence construction, not close.
But did they
Correct.
run out of time, so they didn't run out of time to
You
re-ask?
can't run out of time because the whole idea is we want you to, we're gonna incentivize you to get your certificates of occupancy, so we don't put a timeline, or at least that's what we believe.
No, I
Okay,
think
hold
it's
on.
accurate.
Okay, so that's this one. So what is their stated reason? Ongoing work under related
COVID.
permit. Right. No, but what I'm trying to figure out is why can't they just go do it? What's holding them up?
They probably got a permit to do other interior constructions, and they're closing out all the permits at the same time. This one popped up, they forgot that they had to close out the permits, they're doing it all in one shot. That would be my presumption.
Well, you're right, I think. Ongoing work under related permit.
Yes, they probably applied for interior alterations, didn't require zoning relief, but this permit was still open, close them all together.
Oh, I guess. I mean, there's only a little bit of construction, so, but I understand your point, Joe. They're operating a public,
Public
with a
assembly
public
without
establishment, and we don't know if it complies with like the basic safety issues. I mean,
They still have to do a final inspection. Just giving them the extended time to permit the final inspection to go forward. So
Yeah,
you can see
I get that, but.
Sorry.
like, what's this?
No, that,
Like, I don't know. I don't know, let's give them
You wanna call them?
how much time did they ask for? Let's see.
we,
Put 'em on a
they
tight
don't
leash.
ask for anything. We always give them, like 6 months. But I,
Do we know what the work is that's being done under that other permit?
I don't know on the other permit, those are cards that have been submitted to show the use request for the.
Ongoing work
it's,
under
it's
related, like if that
5 years, they
ongoing
need to
work
close
is,
this thing out. I don't
well,
know
why don't
whether-
we just give, Can you call them at lunch and ask them how much time they think they need for that, and ask them what that other work is? Because if because if the work or can you, Christine, I'm sorry, because if the work they're doing under that other thing is not creating any potential safety issue, and, now, let's just find out how much time they think they need. And I think you're right, Mr. Bogle, they want to finish the other one. I get the idea. Yeah, you only have to have them come out once. It's only one white envelope. And then we can figure out if we can grant it, if there's no safety issue. That's his concern.
Yeah, they might have to give a refund.
You want to do them all one shot after lunch, or?
Yes.
Well, the others okay. The others we can go, right?
We could, yeah.
They're just to pick up, right? Yeah, Joe, let's grant the secure permits. Did they ask for any certain amount of time? Okay, so let me just Joe, how much should we give them? Secure permits? 9, okay. I move that regarding, what year? Cases 845 through 847, I assume of 2022, Inwood 175 LLC and Inwood 41 LLC. I move that we grant them 9 more months to secure their permits. And I make the same motion with regard to cases 36, through 41, 2022, MI Realty LLC, Jones Beach Hotel, that they have additional 9 months to secure their permits. Then we have to do this one after lunch. Can you second them?
Second.
Aye. Now Patrick has one that's a little more complicated.
West Hempstead Fire Department. So they have not, this is from 2021.
Cool.
Yes, so they have. From 2021.
Thank God there's no fire.
They're looking for an extension on this. The problem was they ran into COVID, they didn't have everything.
good faith reason as to why they can't comply with the conditions.
Okay, as it relates to case 626 of 2023, affecting the property at 525 Forest Avenue in Woodmere, New York, and based on the letter from the applicant and the information provided by the building department indicating that through no fault of the applicants, the request previously made, the structure previously requested has to be moved slightly on the property to accommodate it and pre-existing easement. I move that we grant a rehearing.
Second.
Aye.
The easement is by whom?
It's the state.
The water department or
No, it's county? It's county, yeah, it's county.
with the county?
Christina here.
Rob, would the county allow them to, they can't comply with the county?
They can't, so they can't comply with the county based on the conditions that we put on it. They have to move the house.
Christina, this is the one you were gonna check on what the other work is and how much time they need. Yeah, I just wanna give you the papers, because they're here. on, let me see if she has the letter, the case number. I was gonna make it without the case number. Well, there's no case number, I was gonna do it without it, but she said she might have it.
Okay. So what are you gonna do? Make a motion for what?
Reopening, right?
Rehearing.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted a reopening.
Yeah, we discussed it.
Okay.
Because they present the whole case again. It's not.
Because that
All right, I'll
area
just
got
do it based
denied.
on what I have here. Mr. Chairman, as it relates to case 494 of 2023, affecting the property at 881 Cambridge Road in Woodmere, the board received a letter requesting a rehearing, is that what you want? A rehearing, for the purposes of further informing the board of certain aspects of the prior request. I move that we grant that rehearing.
Second.
Aye.
To the JA, not JP.
Are we done? I move that we accept the dates
I don't know
proposed
what
for
they
next
are.
year.
You didn't share them.
Do you have,
And you were gonna,
you know, the
did you
8th,
send an email?
the 9th and the 18th in
know
October or
what they
something,
were.
and the 4th to the 11th or whatever?
That's fine. I
Yeah,
make that
and
motion as
October
modified.
9 and, yeah, and the 11th goes to the 4th. September 11th goes to the 4th, or something like that. All right, who's driving? Let's go.